Well, happy Monday, guys. Thanks so much for jumping on our working Zooms. I am recording this, so if there's something on here that you want to send out to your team members afterwards, just let me know. Actually, it'll be posted. The recording is usually posted underneath wherever you probably saw the original graphic. Let's get started like we do every Monday, and let's start out with our gratitude journal. 5 things that have happened in the last 24 hours that you are super grateful for. Lindsay, I cannot wait for my new planner to come in so I don't have 14 different things going on, because I have all these different journals that I'm writing in, and my new planner has space for all of that. So 5 things you're super grateful for that have happened in the last 24 hours. And then go right into reading your positive affirmations or writing. Well, you have positive affirmations that you need to say all the time that basically are you, like I am intentional every day. I am an amazing leader. Everyone I enroll goes 4K in their first 30 days. I am auto bonus elite every month. Those are the things that you need to say on a daily basis. So hopefully you have your positive affirmations that are just what you feel emotion about and are true to you that you read every day. But then I also want you to write maybe 3 positive affirmations of things that you want to happen this week. Like, I want 5 new free accounts. I want 1 new, or I am signing a new promoter. I am signing a new customer. You know, whatever it is that you want for this week, I want you to write those out too. And go. Today is the 11th, right? Let me make sure my calendar's right. Yes. Okay, as soon as you finish writing in your gratitude journal and you've maybe written down your goals for this week and read your positive affirmations, let's go right into our birthdays and do our birthdays and our custom conscious comments. These are a given every day, guys. So I actually do yesterday's birthdays and tomorrow's birthdays. I think most of my birthdays yesterday were all thrivers, so I could go ahead and write on theirs. But I did write down for this week how many are non-thrivers so I can send them a personal happy birthday. But go in and let's do your birthdays for today, yesterday, or tomorrow, whatever you want it to be. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great day full of presents and a whole cake. Do you have anything planned for your special day? Something like that. Our custom conscious comments are super, super important. Birthdays can be some of them. Just writing, being very conscious, as I heard Chastity Marie say this morning, I'm going to go give my 2 cents for 2 cents. I'm going to go comment on somebody's thing and give them my 2 cents worth, probably not political. So there you go. As soon as you finish your birthdays, please go start working on your custom conscious comments. You really want to try to have 10 of those this morning. And birthdays count as custom conscious comments, but do more. Make sure I didn't miss any yesterday or this weekend. Sometimes on the weekends I get off. One thing I always have to watch too is I try to work Mike's Facebook as well. So I have to remember to go over to his and do custom conscious comments there too. I tend to forget his. Of course, all of our family or people who really know us, they're like, did Dad do that or did you do that? So right now, if you just joined us, we've done our gratitude journal. We've done our positive affirmations and goals for the week, written them down, said them out loud. And now we're doing birthdays and custom conscious comments. And we're probably going to take about 1 more minute on that. All right, so now that we've done your custom conscious comments, thankfully, how many of you had birthdays? Like, write in the chat, how many of you had birthdays of people who are non-thrivers? So we can now take those over into Messenger. If you had some that were non-thrivers, like I go over into Messenger and I say, happy birthday or happy belated birthday, whatever day it is that I'm sending it. I hope that you had a special day, or what did you get to do to celebrate your birthday? But hey, listen, one of my favorite things to do is to send out a Thrive Happy Birthday Pack to my Facebook friends. What's your address? And I will send that to you today. And then they usually will come in and they'll give me their address. And then I wait for a little while and I come back and I'm like, oh, you're going to love it. It's going to be fantastic. Hey, it's time for me to pop you a video about what you're actually receiving in your packet. What's a good email? And guys, we're recording this, so you know you can always go back. When they pop me their email, I immediately go create their free account because they're not going to get my one-day sample if they do not have a free account. I'm going to create their free account, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to let them know, hey, by the way, you should have received an email from Lavelle. That's the company who makes my little Thrive birthday pack, with your own personal link in there. Click on that. A video will pop up, and be watching for your packet. I'm so excited for you. Guys, that's just the beginning of a lifelong, hopefully, Thriver. There's many, many follow-ups that are going to come from that. Hey, it looks like your packet arrived today. Are you ready? Here's step 1. Here's step 2. Here's step 3. I'll check with you tomorrow when you get to start this. Are you starting it tomorrow? You know, there's so many follow-ups. Do they always order after taking a one-day sample? Absolutely not. They do not do that. But it's my consistent follow-ups throughout the next 2 months that eventually is going to pull them in to order. So if you have some of those, I want you to go make direct contact with them right now, just saying happy, happy birthday. One of my favorite things to do is to send a happy birthday Thrive pack to my Facebook friends. What's your address? I'll pop you one in the mail. Okay, so here was another thing that I heard on, it may have been on Tammy Battaglia's Zoom last night. If y'all didn't get to watch that, she posted the recording. So that's really good. But here's something she did. So tomorrow, or no, Friday, we have auto ships that go through. But she went into her cloud. I want, if y'all can do that right now, I want you to go into your cloud office. Good grief. Thought it was just going to put me in there, but it didn't. And this is really something I have not thought about. I'm really good at my custom conscious comments and starting conversations, but here's really where I need to start a conversation. So she went into her team and her customers. You can go in your sponsorship downline too, whichever one you want to do. And she went over and sorted by their last order. And then she scrolled down and she started looking for people who were 3 months ago and down, maybe 2 months ago. In other words, they haven't ordered in the last couple of months. They haven't sent their auto ship through. They've paused it. They've deleted it, whatever the situation is. And those are the people that she started having conversations with in Messenger, not Thrive related. Oh my gosh, you popped up on my news feed, or oh my gosh, you popped up on one of my reports. How the heck are you guys doing this year? What are some goals that you set? Or, oh my gosh, you popped up in my reports. I just wanted to check in with you. How are things going? You know, what are you and your family up to? Nothing about Thrive whatsoever, but basically not building a relationship, but rebuilding a relationship. Because let's be honest, there are guys, sometimes just keeping up with your auto ships and keeping up with your current promoters or the current people who are thriving with you is a full-time job. But unfortunately, some of those people maybe quit thriving just for money, or they quit thriving because they didn't think you cared, you know, or they quit thriving because they just weren't sure that this was for them and they were too afraid to ask you any questions. Just maybe pick 10 of those and go start that simple conversation with them. There's a lot that I have since 2013 who have not been thriving with me. So I actually put this on my to-do list this week, was to start a conversation with probably, it's probably going to be 200 people who thrived with me at one time and do not thrive with me anymore. But don't let that overwhelm you. I've been doing this for 7 years. Or then we get to the point, it's not 200 people, thank goodness. We get to the point of people who have free accounts with me and have never done diddly squat. Those are also some people I need to go back and have a conversation with. That is a good task. So right now, go find 3 of those and let's just start a conversation with them. See what happens. it may be nothing. So you may need to do 20, but just go start a conversation with those people. So I went into my customers, I sorted my last order, and I started with November orders. Or actually people who don't have an auto ship coming up this month. These are going to be, there we go. These are going to just kind of be follow-ups. They could be reach outs too, whichever place you want to put them. So here is just the simple message. Oh, it's on my keyboard. Hey, Sarah, just had your name come across reports and I wanted to check in with you. How are things going in your 2021 this year so far? You know, just something very simple, has nothing to do with Thrive. I'm actually going to add to this one because I haven't talked to this girl in a long time. Did you all have a great Christmas and New Year's? Something very, very simple. Then I'm just going to copy that and I'm going to send it to 3 more people. Hi, Sarah. Just had your name come across one of my reports and I wanted to check in with you. How are things going in 2021 for you so far? Did you all have a great Christmas and New Year's? There you go. If I was on this computer, give me just a second and I will send that to, I'll send that in a messenger and then I will pop it over into the chat here so you can copy it. But please make it sound like you. This computer is so slow. I do not like this old one of mine. Today. Okay, now I've got it over here. Do you see how that could be like a good just follow up? I mean, hopefully every week you guys are adding free accounts. So this is just a great way to just, you already kind of got them hooked. They're already hopefully seeing some Lavelle stuff. Your just personal touch would be a big deal. And I can't remember who said it on the Zoom this morning, but they said something like they'd had an auto ship with Limelight or something for years and years, or not years, for months. And they never, ever hear from the person who got them to order that first time. So they just canceled their auto ship. And then when you know, they heard back from that person. So here's the deal. We don't need to be like that. We need to be more intentional and we need to be following up with our people more intentional. So, but we already know that on our customer service, like we're in touch with people before they have auto ships. We're in touch with them throughout the month. We don't just contact them when it's time for their auto ship. Like last night I sat down and I just sent probably 10 messages to people who have been thriving with me for maybe 2 months and said, hey, just checking on you on your steps 1, 2, 3. Give me a couple of things that you girls have noticed or that you've noticed so far. And then they just came back, well, I'm loving the simplicity. I feel good with my energy. You know, it was just a simple question, but I wanted them to know that I cared about what was going on with them. So I just put that in chat that you can send to a couple of people. Okay, so if you've just joined us, we're just sending some messages and starting engaging with people who we've had free accounts with or who have not thrived with us in a while, just starting conversations. All right, let's go after if you haven't finished that, that's a good plan of action you can do all week. For a while. It's going to take me a while to get through that. Let's go in now to our social media. We've done our custom conscious comments. We've started with some good conversations. Let's go to Lavelle real quick and share a Thrive story of some sort. I always like to find people on my team because that always makes me happy. And just share the story. Say something about it. Like this one, my friend Trish started as a customer and within 5 days knew she had her hands on something great. Check out her story. It's pretty much all I say on that. But I want people to read those stories, and they do, because sometimes people will comment to me and they'll be like, hey, I read this story about your friend Trish. She's not my friend, but Okay, so that counts as social media. Let's go work our stories real quick. If you have not done this, super, super important to work your stories at the top. And now I'll actually do mine in Instagram. It saves it immediately. Then I can just go pop it in Snapchat and Facebook. So I started with something, what am I trying to say? With something inspirational this morning that I actually found on somebody else's Facebook last night and tweaked it to be my own. And so I just put a little graphic up there: be afraid and do it anyway. Be afraid and do it anyway. Be afraid and do it anyway. And then I was like, have y'all processed that yet? Just process that for a second. And then I did something about my 3 simple steps. And then I posted our Monday motivational thing. And now I get to just entertain for the rest of the day. So I want you to go make sure you have something inspirational in your stories first. It can be anything. It can be taking a picture of this little Zoom right here and saying, man, this group of thrivers gets me going each morning. Actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. So y'all all smile. Something inspirational, and then something about your 3 steps. And then I'm going to request today, sometime today, put it on your to-do list, live, do a Facebook live, or do something in your story live that just says, hey, so all the time y'all see me talking about these 3 simple steps. I've had a lot of new people come on my Facebook page. I've had a lot of people who have like, okay, Susan, what the heck is that? You know what? I should probably tell y'all what it is and what it does for me. And I'm going to share that today. It's very important that you can talk about Thrive until you're blue in the face, but if people don't know what it's doing for others or for you, they're not going to be in it. So I want you to sometime make that as a point today. So please go do your something inspirational and then something about your 3 steps. Let's do that. If you have some before and after pictures, put those in there, or maybe just go live on there real quick. Super, super important that you're working those stories, and then save each one and put it on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Do that real quick. What? The reason I do different avenues of my social media is because I just have different people on different ones. Like my Instagram is really full of people I do not know. I mean, there's people on there I obviously know, but um, I don't know everybody there. So it's a whole different market if you ask me. So that's why I don't, and Snapchat is definitely a totally different market. So I just try to go across all avenues. You never know. So there I did this morning. I've done 5 things on my storyline on 3 different areas of social media. So that's 15 social media things I've gotten out about Thrive and about whatever. Now, the important thing to do is for me to go back when I'm done with all of you today and do some sort of live video. Hey, just so you all know what this is, please don't be scared to do that. Be real, be honest, just go and do it. It people love it and it's good for you. Okay. Now, um, please mark down that you spent 31, you had 31 people that you connected with a leader today. But um, here is something that I need to tell you to work on a little bit today, and that is our groups. How many of you have a group? And I ask this all the time. How many of you have a group that you're involved in? If you have 37 groups and you never engage in them, you need to get out. You need to pick 2 or 3 that really identify with you and that you can consciously go engage in every single day. Mine's a Texas A&M group, a parent group for the high school, because I'm like the president of the PTO, whatever, have been forever. I only have a year and a half left of my kids being in school. So then what am I going to do after that? But anyway, I have my Texas A&M group. I have that parent group, and then I have a golden retriever group that I'm in. And each day well, the parent group, not always, but at least once a week, I'm going into the parent group and posting something. And then in the other 2, I try to engage in for a little bit every day. You could set a timer on your phone, and let's say I'm going to go engage in the golden retriever group for 10 minutes. I'm going to basically do custom conscious comments. People post the cutest pictures of their dogs, and I'm going to go say something about that. But the people who I engage with, I'm probably going to go friend request them. And I need to write their name down because we're not going to have any friends in common. I'm not going to remember. So anybody that I engage with or that I see that are pretty active in that group, I'm friend requesting them. And then I'm popping them a personal message once they accept my friend request and just say, hey, I love all your pictures of your golden. How old is your golden? Or my Texas A&M group. Hey, I graduated in 96. What class are you? My daughter's getting ready to go there in a year and a half. I'm so excited. Just trying to engage in conversations. Lindsay's great about her Weight Watchers group. She will get in the group, and then she'll friend request them, and then she'll pop them a message that says, hey, I just wanted to connect with you on Facebook. I always love your recipe ideas, and I just like to have, that support of other people in my Weight Watchers group. That's ideas for engaging in your group. Guys, that's a totally cold market that you could open up, because eventually building the relationship with those people, those are the ones that are going to be like, hey, so what is this stuff that you do? Okay. So let's be real that sometimes if we've been in this business long enough, we've got to connect with our cold market, not just our warm market. So I want you to go spend just a couple of minutes in that real quick. All right, guys, well, we're going to finish up. So, you know, your homework for today is to make sure that you continue to do custom conscious comments. Y'all, it's so funny. I know all of you do this. You sit down at the end of the night and you're just exhausted, so you're probably just scrolling Facebook. Be super conscious about scrolling Facebook. Don't just like and love. Actually comment on people's things and ask a question. And then on your follow-ups today, work those free accounts. Work those people who have thrived with you and are no longer thriving with you. Just build a conversation with them. And then on your social media, if you did your Inspire and your Inform, please go back today and do your live video of some sort. Hey, I know that some of you are new on here and you see me posting about this crazy Thrive sticker all the time. I just need to tell you what it is. Don't spend 30 minutes on a live. Do it quick, to the point. Tell them what it's done for you, you know, your elevator speech. Please continue to work your groups. And then don't forget, today at 11:45 Central Standard Time, we do have our Lunch and Grows that are back. We have Randy Clemens on today. He is fire. He's going to give you some great ideas, but I cannot stress enough to you, every one of you on here, I appreciate you always showing up. I appreciate the new ones who have jumped on here and like, what are these working Zooms all about? I appreciate you doing that. But please don't just show up and then turn this computer off and not work your Thrive business at all the rest of the day. You've learned some tasks that you can use throughout the day. You can get as motivated and show up to 47 Zooms a week, but if you never put it into action and do your income producing activities, follow up, get people thriving, you're wasting your time. You may be learning a lot, but you got to put it into action. So thank you to each of you. Thanks for showing up. I hopefully we'll see you at 11:45. That's my alarm. It's time for us to get off. Have a great day, everybody.